Hi, my name is Olivia and today we'll be cooking a cheesy margherita pizza with a rocket salad. So our take on a classic Italian, it's pretty fast to make. It doesn't require excessive skill, so don't be worried even though you make it from scratch with the dough. You'll just need a rolling pin, so that's the only extra equipment that you need. Otherwise, a great recipe will take you straight back into Italy. Let's get started. So let's have a look at what kind of ingredients we need for this pizza. So essential, some really good fresh basil. We've got the rocket for the side salad. So now for the pizza, obviously there's a tomato paste for the base, chopped tomatoes for the tomato sauce on top of the pizza. We've got a nice fresh soft mozzarella, some parmesan for the salad. Then we've got the flour, so just some all-purpose flour, some garlic here, garlic and shallot. We'll fry that for the tomato sauce, will be delicious. Some added mozzarella, just grated. And then we've got the yeast for the dough. We've got some dried basil as well for some extra flavor on the sauce. And then we've got a little bit of white sugar that's going to help bring that tomato flavor in the sauce and ease on the tartness of the sauce. So let's get started. We'll start by making the dough. So for the dough, use a big enough bowl so that you can fit your hands in it. So we'll start by pouring in the flour. So usually the finer the flour, the better the pizza dough. But a pretty regular all-purpose flour does the trick every time. Then we will add the yeast. So I've got some dried yeast here. If you have access to some fresh yeast, even better. We'll add a good pinch of salt. And then I've boiled some water in the kettle, and I've mixed some fresh water with just a couple of spoons of boiling water to make a water that's about 42 degrees. So it's just a little bit warmer than your own body temperature. So when you put your finger in it, you shouldn't burn yourself, but it should feel a little bit warm. And you'll pour the water in little by little. And use your other hand to start mixing. So again, if you don't feel comfortable in putting your hands in the dough at this stage, you can always use a spoon, but you'll just get a nicer, smoother texture when you start using your hands instantly. the dough in a cup, and it's a good idea to cover it with a clean tea towel cloth, especially if you have a strong AC in your kitchen, to make sure that the yeast gets to work in a warm, nice, cozy environment. So next we'll chop the shallot and the garlic, and this is gonna give us nice flavor for our tomato sauce. Okay. Okay. So now we can just start preparing the tomato sauce. We'll start with the onions. So we'll fry the shallots and garlic for a couple of minutes with a pinch of salt, and we avoid burning them, so we'll just make them nice and translucent. So you can see their color changing slightly. They take a little bit more of a yellow color from the oil and also from the surface of the onion that's starting to soften. Then we'll add in the tomato paste. The tomato paste is going to bring lots of depth in the flavor and a nice thickness to the sauce. So let's mix it in. We'll add the sugar. So I know lots of people are worried about using too much salt or too much sugar, but at least you are preparing a tomato sauce from scratch, and sugar and tomato is just such a good combination because the sugar really helps with the acidity of the tomato and bring in the flavor. So if you were to buy any tomato paste, or if you eat pizza in a restaurant, you know that in the tomato paste there'll be sugar. So at least here at home you can control the amount. So if you feel like it's a bit too much, start with just a good pinch. But it really helps the tomato sauce to get that nice deep flavor and not be so tart. Okay, we'll add in the chopped tomato. We'll add in a bit of water. 35 ml is just about 2 tablespoons of water. We don't want the sauce to be too watery because it's going to be our pizza base. Dried basil, and then a tiny pinch of salt again. So we let the sauce simmer for about 5 minutes. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you'll be cooking some pizzas at home and we've inspired you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and now let's just taste and let's have a pizza night. Is it allowed to eat with your hands on camera?